story. Like the Deadpool and Spider-Man.
That book was hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
That book was hilarious.
It's a fucking hilarious combination, dude.
Do y'all want to see Deadpool with Tom Holland? Be honest. Yeah?
I think it would be funny.
Nope.
No.
See? Tom is not
only Tom Holland got to grow up. I want to see Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Like Andrew Garfield would be dope.
Yeah,
not Spider-Man.
The way Andrew was, like his wit.
I can see that one.
That one would work.
I can see that one.
But Tom don't react enough.
Yeah, that book was. I just remember that book was a ride.
Hey, Mr. Poole.
Hey, Mr. Poole.
Yeah, that book was a ride. If anyone out there hasn't checked out SpiderMan Deadpool, it's worth the read. It's fun. It's just fun. It's just a real fun read because
Spider-Man was annoyed as fuck. He's like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah, why? Love you, big son.
Right.
I love you, man. Spidey.
Would you go away?
What are you doing? Fighting the crime?
They would get stuck, and Spidey would just want to be done with Wade. Like, just go, leave me alone. But which is funny because that's how people normally feel about Peter.
Yeah.
So he's getting a taste of his own medicine.
He's getting a taste of his own medicine.
That's what makes it funny.
Because normally that's what people think about Peter.
Someone got on Spider-Man nerves.
Someone got on Spidey's nerves.
So that's why we got to get Tom up to speed.
That would be nice. It would be nice, but I don't think he's the Spider-Man for that job.
Oh, that's
unfortunately
he can't deliver.
Well, maybe all the stuff he's saying might be have some merit to it.
Oh, I know it is. I mean, what other movie besides Spider-Man you look forward to? I'll wait.
For Tom Holland? Wow.
So since we're on the subject of Spider-Man, after seeing the trailer now, do you all still feel like the other Spider-Mans are in there?
Let's get into the next topic. That'll be crazy fan demands.
There you go.
Crazy fan demands. Yeah, answer is crazy fan demands. Hey, yo, check it out.
Word.
That trailer was trash.
Really?
Oh, it was just the same thing again.
It was just an expansion of what we already knew.
True.
Yeah, they didn't give us anything.
They didn't give us anything else. You can tell that they edited people out because who hits the lizard? The lizard gets clearly punched in the face, and it's not Tom Holland who's punching him.
A powerful punch.
Right, and he got the shit knocked out of him. So to me, it's like, why would you include that part in the trailer? And
that's only in the foreign trailer in one region.
But let's break it down because Marvel did the trick trailer.
The Civil War trailer, for example. No, Civil War was first when they edited out certain people in the running sequence.
Really?
Yeah, Spider-Man was not in that running sequence.
Yeah, Spider-Man was not in that running.
And who else wasn't in it? There's somebody else that wasn't in that running sequence.
Black Panther wasn't in it.
Yeah, I think so. It was somebody missing.
Watch the trailers.
The early trailers.
The early trailers, that run sequence, man,
they're deceptive. You can't trust Marvel movie trailers.
Infinity War had the Hulk in it.
The whole shebang. They had Hulk running in there.
Right.
Wow.
Like they will fuck you up. So they spin you so that when you go in, crazy fan demands, don't fuck it up. Because the crazy fan demands tell you what's supposed to happen because they dissect the trailers and they...
But dude, they did that for I seen breakdowns for 2 hours.
On a single 2-minute trailer.
How you going to break down?
People do them.
How you going to do that for an unfinished trailer?
I've seen a lot of analysis.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's like super analysis on
for
these
all
things.
kinds of trailers.
So where do fan demands come and close at?
I mean, they're
because
unrealistic.
there's fan service like Endgame, all right, one big fan service movie, right?
Which was for what they gave us was fine. Like fan demands go too far. These people don't owe anybody anything when they make these things. They don't have to do it this way. They don't have to do it that. We just want them to.
Right.
We hope they do.
Don't have to drop an album.
No, that's different.
Nope.
Let me
crazy fan demands.
So no. Crazy
appropriate fan demands.
Crazy fan demands are
break down the difference.
Let me tell you, crazy fan demands.
Star Wars in this conversation.
No, crazy fan demands say that the Black Star album has to have a song where he says such and such and such and such because if he doesn't, he a whack rapper.
I didn't say all that.
No, that's what a crazy fan demand is. They're not saying you have to make the movie. They saying in the movie this has to happen because this is how it's supposed to be and this is what I want.
Crazy fan demand wants another Black Star album.
That's weird.
I'm just saying. How is it weird?
Because they did an album. They the ones that told everybody they was doing
But
it.
no, but I'm saying we talking crazy fan demands. Like you
So you
I
said,
guess, you know
so we
what,
said
I
we
guess-
shouldn't even think it's gonna be an album.
I guess I deal within my stratosphere where I don't give a fuck. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If they do something cool, if they don't do something cool, you know what I'm saying? I've heard Talib collaborations. We already had the squirrel.
well, that's right. We remember.
So
now I remember who I'm
it.
talking to.
But what I'm saying is like, it's the particulars when a collaboration happens or when something happens and a fan wants something particular to their taste and not thinking about the broad spectrum. I need to see this. So then if they don't see it, they get on the blog spots and they want to go hate on shit and do all this other stupid shit, right? That's why I think about the crazy fan one. Now, if you're a fan, you could have expectations, but you're reasonable. It's like, okay, if it's within this, in the realm of the storyline and the progression of the story, then okay, cool. Throw some things in there. Just don't add The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Say that again.
So
Don't add The Rock.
I mean,
That's
But he
it.
got crazy fans too.
There is a new Rock movie on
Stop.
Netflix.
Are you serious?
Red
Yeah, with
Yes.
him
Oh,
and
that shit is
Ryan
garbage.
Reynolds. With
I
him
saw
and
the-
Ryan Reynolds.
I
didn't
saw
watch
the
but
tight shirt interview.
I do
Yeah.
not like that
not the
movie.
tight shirt interview.
Oh, it was so snug.
It was so.
Why do act like
I don't even know what it's about,
Why he act like
actually. I just saw the
Deadpool in every
trailer.
movie?
You know, Ryan Reynolds was acting like that before Deadpool.
True.
That's why he was.
He fit.
We said he was.
Yeah.
He's Van Wilder in
Yeah,
every movie.
he's Van
I see that.
Wilder.
No, he's Ryan Reynolds in every movie.
Who is Van Wilder, Ryan Reynolds? Same
Because
person.
it was when he played Hannibal King that everybody said, that's fucking Deadpool. That's when they realized it. Everybody realized he was Deadpool in when he played Hannibal King. That shut shit down. After that, everybody was like, that's Deadpool. He should
True.
be Deadpool.
But he can be serious. I don't know if any of you all have ever
Who
seen
wants
Buried.
him serious?
Well, the movie Buried, I don't know if you all have ever seen that. Buried is
I
fucked
did,
up.
and I didn't need to see him
You
in
didn't
it.
see. You didn't need to see.
I liked it, but I mean, like,
it
him
was good.
serious is kind of like you waiting for him to be himself.
To be funny. I see you.
Yeah, it's like Eddie Murphy being serious.
He can be serious.
But
Yeah, I
who
think Eddie
cares?
And he been serious.
But
he said,
hey,
"Who cares?"
Yeah, like
Eddie
It's a
cares.
challenge of him as an actor.
That's
that's like Samuel L.
You
not
like,
saying motherfucker.
48 hours, he was serious in something.
No, he was not serious in 48 hours.
But realistically-
He had scenes. He had scenes. Where it
scenes.
was an ounce of serious.
It was
Yeah.
an ounce of serious. He had to be
Yeah.
serious.
Okay,
He's serious
When he
now.
walked in them bars,
true,
Exactly.
he was
Exactly.
talking.
true.
He was looking.
Exactly.
Hey man,
but
I ain't messing
the-
with the banana in the tailpipe.
But we know the joke was coming.
Right.
We knew the joke was coming.
Like Martin Lawrence, I don't want to see serious.
I get it. I mean, like, I understand. I'm just saying it as
Well,
a
those are
phase to say comedians can be some of the best serious.
Yeah, they can.
Because
Robin
comedy-
Williams was amazing. Bill
Yeah.
Murray is amazing.
But they're great actors
Comedy
too.
is comedy is harder to do than anything else in acting.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, being funny is hard.
It's very hard.
There's just certain people I don't want to see.
Exactly.
being funny is hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm straight.
you just don't want to see the crossover.
No, not
I'm
for
here
him.
for
Not
it.
for him. Not for him. Like if he plays a serious moment, cool. But like
So
Ryan is
that's
Ryan.
not a crazy fan demand.
What, Ryan being Ryan?
A crazy fan demand is those who want like to see the fulfillment of
their wildest dreams.
All right, so what about like Star Wars and shit? Because I
See,
think they
I
have
feel-
crazy fan demand.
And as a Star Wars fan, I agree with you. Star Wars fan demand is crazy.
It
because
is.
It's because people either want things all their way or they accept nothing. And I'm like, where do you get off asking for anything?
And that's
Well,
what I'm saying.
because you didn't
like it's
create it.
subjective at that point because you can't please everybody.
You can't.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
What's really
So
happening is
but these projects flop just because they trying to test it.
sometimes they flop because they bad.
True indeed.
All right, so
So,
I mean, but it
but
comes
the
with
thing-
a writing and creating process as well. And do the crazy fan demand interferes with the whole?
I think
creative
some
process?
writers probably feel the weight of fandom.
Most writers have written before the fans are even involved.
Yeah.
But when you writing for a certain thing, like if I come into it, you bring me in to write the next Batman movie. that's a heaviness because there is fan expectation and there's
Yeah.
fan standards that I'm sure are part of the thing that you have to do this. Like you have to have him on a roof.
Well, Batman is
Even
on
in
the
comic
roof, though.
books as well, right?
Yeah, in comic books as well. There's definitely.
Well, that's different because that's supposed to happen. There's things that are character based, but when a person is watching something and then they start to they watch the trailer, so their imagination runs wild. The problem is that we're now in an age where society has evolved everybody into baby narcissists.
Because with the crazy fan demand, you could disappoint yourself after.
That's
you
what's
watch the
happening. So
movie.
they believe they know
And
what's
then
supposed to
you say
happen.
it's trash, but it's not really trash. It just wasn't.
just
what
It just didn't do
wasn't
what you
what
thought
you
it was supposed to
wanted,
do.
or what you thought it was
Or they
supposed to
watched
be.
the trailer so much that all the scenes are no longer exciting to them. So in the movie, they're looking for a high that they'll never find because the scenes that build up the high, they've already took the air out of by watching the trailer a gazillion times and dissecting it for 2 hours.
I think also the popularity of lore being a thing has become much more of kind of like detriment to a lot of fandoms.
Yeah.
Of people, like you were saying about dissecting trailers and stuff like that, that if you Google, like for example, Rick and Morty on YouTube, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos dissecting it, and I think they kind of came like to a fault with that with this past season because people had so much pressure
They built up-
and expect so much. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh well, you all didn't talk about this, what about this backstory? And it's like in such a short period of time in comparison to something like Star Wars or something else, Batman or whatever. Fandom can have like a lot of pressure on these creators when they fucking created it.
I'm gonna put something onto y'all mind that y'all may not realize. Back to the Future 3 flopped for the same reason back then.
I believe it.
It flopped
I love Back to the
because
Future.
fans were
Wanted
expecting something else other than Western.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't understand that Back to the Future was not going to repeat this certain trope that they had already
Same
did. They
thing.
instead of going into the future and seeing more flying, because everybody loves to see the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody loves that. So this went backwards, and people went in the movies expecting to see more futuristic, cool stuff, and they were like, you know, it's Western.
Which, and you think about it, the third one is more in line with the first one because
It
you have to get
is.
back. The whole thing
Exactly.
was, I'm not from here. I'm from the
You're
future.
trapped.
I gotta get
Exactly.
back to the future.
Exactly.
The second one did not follow. They got to the future and need to get back to the past.
to the past, exactly.
And they
stop
weren't
the
really
future.
they weren't trapped as much as they were trying to still stop the things that were happening.
Exactly.
Because they went back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah.
The second one is not really so much Back to the Future as is we want to stop Biff.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Let go of her, Biff.
Yeah. And so like the
But
escalation.
wait, to your point, because you just ring the bell. Because I remember Back to the Future 1, 2. I didn't like 3.
Because you were in that same train.
I wasn't in that train.
You don't think Back to the Future 3 was good? Go back and watch
Maybe
it
I need to
again.
rewatch it on the
Watch it now without that same energy and realize that
Yeah.
it was the same level of production. It was the same energy. Just people Westerns have never been a big major part of the world since the Roy Rogers days. You know what I'm saying?
Ponderosa.
I mean,
You know.
they have their moments. Obviously, like their, like Tombstone was a very high point.
Yeah,
You know,
that was trendy.
but,
that wasn't like that wasn't the real Western.
What
fans
was the
doing
one
that.
with Lou Diamond Phillips and all the Southern
Young
brothers,
Guns.
Young Guns? That was.
I like that one.
Posse had a moment. Posse
like
was
Posse,
hot
too.
at a moment, and we just had a Western get popular.
The Harder They Fall.
Harder They
Yeah.
Fall. Django was a Western.
yeah, Django is. A
So
Western.
Westerns have this weird kind of
They're kung fu movies. They're a niche.
yeah, they're niche. It's a niche.
So if the third Back to the Future had kung fu in it, all the kung fu people would have loved, it, and everybody else would have been like, I don't like this shit.
I would love that shit.
But everybody don't like that.
It wasn't good Western to me.
It was
It
was Back to the Future Western.
It was a campy. It was a campy
It was
story.
Robert
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was great, but I wasn't among the people that hated it. I was just kind of like
It fit the flow.
it did. I
I
was
like
like,
how
I
it
get
sounds
it.
on paper, but I don't know.
So
It wasn't a real Western. And I didn't go to Back to the Future expecting a real Western.
Well, I didn't go to Back to the Future expect anything, but I damn sure they expect the damn
the Western. That's fair enough.
whole movie.
Yeah.
The Doc's alive, but he's in the past.
Yeah, it was wild.
Crazy fan demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
We see it. We see it all the time. There's a lot of weight that comes with that. I've seen writers
Is that
lose
having the
jobs.
crazy fan demand because I watched that movie and I wasn't expected.
What movie?
Back to the Future 3.
No,
It wasn't my
It depends. It depends on it. Yeah, if it was based on your
If a movie doesn't meet
expectations.
my expectations, is that
If it's unrealistic expectations, yes. Because again, Back to the Future 3 did what Back to the Future 1 and 2 did. It just was in a setting that people didn't like. And people wanted a different setting. So if you say it wasn't good, you have to say that was the story bad? Was the acting bad?
I gotta watch it, then I'll come back. There'll be a part.
Because it's the same acting, same people,
Yeah.
same director.
Biff was in it.
Yeah. The same people every time.
Crispin Glover. everybody.
Multiverse.
Multiverse.
The Back to the Future multiverse.
That's what they do. They travel. Crazy fan demand.
I think that's also,
I mean, fans feel that they're owed a lot, and I think fans have
What
unrealistic
about comic books
expectations.
then?
Oh man,
What about Hickman? He owed me.
what
Yo,
is-
nigga.
What is
What you been writing on X-Men lately, man? What's your X-Men about, man?
Hey, crazy fan demands is why people have a problem with Rob Liefeld.
But Hickman no longer writes X-Men. Hickman has moved to the editorial office. Dugan writes X-Men now.
Why he leave?
He didn't leave. He's just the editor. He's the
Hickman,
editor.
this
now.
his first flop.
Editor is a step up.
Is this
in
his
the-
first flop?
I don't. Okay. While for me it doesn't hold up the way FF and Avengers did, because this FF, I think it's the way. I think once again, he created the gravity of his own situation, because his Avengers was amazing, his Fantastic Four was amazing, and so we as fans, and this is fan demand, we expected him to do the same, if not greater, with X-Men.
One of the great story, yeah.
And his beginning took off like a shot.
Because of him.
That middle though got choppy, and then I think he realized, like, hey, maybe I'm managing it a little too much. I'm writing this book, I'm editing this one, I'm editing this one, I'm editing this one. Let me just step back and edit, cancel all these other ones, let Dugan streamline it. So now it feels a lot more streamlined. But at first it was like, where is this going? I agree with you. I was like, where is this going? Now it feels streamlined, but it took him to step back, stop writing it, and then say, hey, Marauders, Excalibur, we're done. You're cut.
Just like that.
You're cut. We're not having these books anymore.
So crazy fan demand.
Crazy fan demand. I mean, crazy fan demand is what got Bendis
So was the
fired
book?
off
So the book
Superman.
was bad, or was it crazy fan demand? Those are two different things.
I
The
think
book was bad.
Well, then that's not crazy fan demand.
I didn't
But as
feel.
a crazy fan, I demand something better.
I don't
You're
feel.
supposed to.
I don't feel it was.
Quality is expected.
I don't feel it was.
Don't set me up.
I don't feel it was bad. I just felt it. I felt it lost its
Because
way.
I wasn't thinking about X-Men at all. All right, X-Men.
I felt it lost its way.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's different.
I felt it lost. I felt.
But see, that means it was bad.
I felt it went from being good to being meh.
Because, like, a perfect example, Batman versus Superman. The plot holes in that.
Okay, Snyderverse.
The plot holes are.
Snyder's Justice League, that was a crazy fan demand.
No, it was Snyder. I ain't gonna front. Snyder is not dope. Fuck that.
Wait, what?
Snyder is not the dopest dude. His movies are not flawless. Snyder is a fuck boy at times. And I mean that respectfully when it comes to making movies.
Wait, time out. How do you respect
Where
me?
did that come from?
Because no one wants to acknowledge the fact that he has horrible plot lines in his movies. He has plot holes. He has major contradictions.
Even the 4-hour movie? God damn, how much should he shoot?
Hold on, let's talk about
That was a 4-hour dumpster fire.
movie.
Dude, if you have to do a 4-hour movie to come on.
Movie.
So
You wanted more?
no, listen what I'm saying. 'cause
I wanted less, a lot less. I wanted a lot less.
From a fuckboy, no less.
Hey, that's one attempt to go over, above, and beyond. But let's go all the way back to Man of Steel.
Let's go, son.
Man of Steel is a movie where in the movie his Earth father, Pa Kent, the entire movie when he was a little boy, his father, Pa Kent, is telling him, fuck these people, don't save nobody, not even me. So at what point in the story did he get inspired to be a hero?
That is true. That is true, because his pops was like, yo, don't show nobody shit.
Don't help nobody, don't
let me
trust
die.
nobody. Yeah.
Let me stand in this this tornado and get swept away.
He told him to let the kids die. He even asked, he said,
Yeah,
so
he
I'm
sure
supposed to let these
did.
people die? His dad was like, maybe.
He did tell
Like, you're more important
yeah,
to me.
and
The kids on the school bus.
the fundamental core of it all is that the Kents.
So he didn't
instilled
learn
that.
any morality because of that moment.
He didn't learn what he claimed.
Like, you don't know right from wrong.
No, that's not what we're talking about right and wrong. We're talking about the
So what do you
heroism.
mean?
Heroism is not right and wrong.
Okay, so
Heroism is making
it's
the
common
hard
sense.
Dude, what you call it, tell Deadpool? What do you say, 3 seconds or something?
3. Yeah. Shit, what was that thing? You got 3. I forgot the exact.
3 minutes or something to make a choice to do that extra step and to not do what you could do. So he was taught not to make that choice. He was raised to not make the choice. So to suddenly become Superman is contradictory to how you set him up, and to make the Pa Kent. Then you got him in other movies where he's coaching him. The dude who told him not to be a hero is coaching him on being a hero. How does that work? So that was a retcon in the later stories. Zach didn't write that shit good. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Don't mean that the movies aren't enjoyable to watch, but it don't mean that he was all good.
I feel like
I found neither version of the Justice League to be worth a goddamn thing.
Why?
Well, okay, the Lost Whedon one was just bad.
I had to. That's what he was on the realness.
And then the 4-hour one,
The Justice League.
yeah, then the Snyderverse one. I'm sorry, you're not about to tell me that Darkseid comes to Earth, gets his ass kicked, and then forgets where the planet is.
Everybody forgot.
Everybody
You
forgot.
forgot?
The prophets forgot.
Everybody forgets that this guy came here and got his ass whooped. Like, and he needs someone to go find this planet. I rule an entire side of the galaxy. I'm gonna remember where I got my ass whooped at.
But Pete Game, and also he wasn't even the man at that time. He was
wasn't.
sent. So no one remembered where he was sent. No one.
true.
It wasn't documented in a ship's log.
It was a goddamn Green Lantern involved.
No one knows.
I'm so glad I didn't watch it. I kept seeing people on Facebook try to gas it up. I was like, I'm not watching this shit.
There were some
And we're mentioning minor plot points. Like I can mention 100 in each
Oh my
movie.
God.
There's 100 plot holes.
Like realistically, the last Superman movie I probably saw was Man of Steel. Like legitimately, I already hate
So
Superman.
Batman
anyway,
versus
so
Superman. No.
I never.
Well,
saw it.
let's talk about it. Again,
I've
we
seen
had
people
one
talk about it. I
Superman
never
movie. He was
wanted to
Superman
watch
for
it.
5 minutes.
3 dumpster fires.
And
yeah.
he was in that 5 minutes of being Superman, he was only Superman for one reason. Because the people was coming to get him.
What people?
His people, the
Oh, yeah,
Kryptonians.
yeah.
So he didn't really become a hero. He was like, he ain't had a choice because they was coming for him. They was like, we outside. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do?
I'm out. Catch me out. Come
You
on,
know what I'm saying?
Superman.
So he's 5 minutes of
he
Superman.
was not even Superman. Come on, Kal-El.
Yeah.
Fuck, they
So-
call me by the
Don't come out
government,
the
Louis.
Like, didn't he just get the suit? He literally just got the
He
suit.
didn't even have a relationship with Lois yet.
Yeah, he had nothing.
Wow.
He ain't had shit. He didn't even had a job.
Hey, we didn't even give a fuck about him yet.
He wasn't at,
He wasn't even at
True.
the Daily Planet.
Then the next
yet.
movie, suddenly, we supposed to care because you kill him?
They gave us no reason to care
Zack
about that.
Snyder.
There was no reason to care about
yeah,
anybody
I'm like
in
the
that
Joker
movie.
on Dark Knight. Yeah.
Zack Snyder, man. And I love Zack Snyder, but I ain't gonna front. His movies are visual first. Just like Michael Bay is explosions and shit.
I hate Michael Bay. Shit, I almost had to
But if
say
you-
that name on this
But,
show.
but if you remember, at a certain point in time, they were all in the same category. It was Snyder, Bay, and it was one more person. I forgot who the third person was. These were the people
It
that
was
were doing
probably-
the visual movies that were basically movies that Maxie would go for.